my name is Nix and welcome back to my fitness channel. I'm really excited for today's video because it's going to be going through some mistakes that I was making at the start of my fitness journey. And I really wish someone told me what I was doing wrong when I first started. So I'm going to let you know the mistakes I did and how I broke off from them as well. These mistakes were very unhealthy, not only physically, but also mentally. It created an unhealthy relationship with exercise and food. So I want to try and stop you guys from making the mistakes I did. The first mistake I made was trying to eat clean all the time. So this was a tricky one. So basically, around the time when I started getting into fitness and health, I was 18, so it was around 2013, and all the information was out there was pretty much saying you have to eat this way, eat fruits and veggies, eat on the outskirts of the supermarkets, and pretty much avoid everything in the middle, which is okay advice, but also it means you're cutting out the foods you love on a regular basis. Like, you say to yourself, I'm never having chocolate, I'm never having bread, I'm never having cake. But that's just unrealistic for a lot of people. Sure, you can find healthy alternatives, but I think all of that should be incorporated in with the foods you love as well. For me, as soon as I tell myself, right, I'm not having chocolate, I'm not having this, I'm not having that, I'm not having, you know, whatever it may be, that's all I want. That's what I go to sleep thinking about. That's what I wake up in the morning wanting and craving. And to me, I think that's just a form of deprivation and I wouldn't recommend it. Now, the trick here is to incorporate them back into your diet or lifestyle. So you still want to keep a balance between the higher nutrition foods and the foods that you enjoy, but everything should be working in harmony. Not that you spend one whole day eating junk food as a cheat day, I guess, and then the rest, you know, restricting. The second mistake I made, and this was a big one, and looking back I'm like, was skinny teas. This was maybe 4 or 5 years ago when they were like all the rage. You know what I'm talking about, the skinny teas. It's like you see them January, February on your newsfeed explaining that you're going to lose weight, you're going to be in conjunction with a healthy diet, you will lose weight. Wouldn't recommend, because those things have laxatives in them, which, like, being a young impressionable girl, I didn't know and I didn't think too much of, because of course it says all natural ingredients on the label and you think, oh, this has got to be good for me, it's got to be doing something right. No, it destroys your gut and your body's natural ability to, how do you say, eliminate. So yeah, not a good time. Wouldn't recommend skinny teas. It's a quick fix, it's a fad, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Avoid all skinny teas, please. The next mistake I made, and I think it's quite a common one, is drastically reducing your calories, drastically cutting down your calories. Now, I believe it is true that if you want to lose weight, you have to be eating in a deficit, and you eat in a slight deficit over a long period of time. Now, this isn't what I did. What I did was cut down my calories right down to 1200 calories, which happened to be, I'm not sure, around that time when I was doing it, I think it was like the magic number. You eat 1200 calories, you lose all this weight. Not good. Wouldn't recommend. The problem with this is that it's a drastic change. You never want to be making drastic changes. Then, for one, they're not going to be sustainable, and two, they're definitely not healthy. 1200 calories is nothing. It's nothing. I would eat in the morning like a tiny little bowl of yogurt. Like, the portion sizes were tiny. For lunch I'd have a salad, and then for dinner I kind of just have whatever, but just a small portion. And I'd go to bed thinking about breakfast. Like, my stomach would be grumbling. And yeah, sure, I lost weight from it. Of course I lost weight from it. I was starving. But is that really a way to live? Is it worth it? No, 100% not. And eventually I stopped doing that because of course it wasn't sustainable. Like, if you're going to bed hungry, it's not good. Your body's telling you, I don't have enough energy to do what I need to do. Your hunger signals And that's another thing. Ignoring hunger signals and trying to suppress your hunger. And this is something I see a lot on social media. How to feel less hungry, how to suppress hunger signals. No, you want to feel hungry. Your body is telling you you need to eat. You don't want to suppress your hunger signals. Your hunger signals have been put there for a reason. Your body is trying to tell you that you don't have enough energy to do everything you need to do. So why do we ignore that? Why do we ignore the thing that we're trying to improve, essentially? It doesn't make any sense. The fourth mistake I made when starting my fitness journey is this guy, the goddamn scale. No, we broke up, we're not friends anymore, we don't talk. Because I'll tell you why, it doesn't really mean anything. Like, you drink a cup of water, you're gonna weigh, you know, that much of the water extra. You weigh yourself in the morning, you're gonna be different to what you were at night because you've been eating throughout the day, and just like the weight of the food is gonna be in your stomach. Like, it's inevitable. So while you can weigh yourself every now and then, I guess just as interest, I think that guy gets a little bit too much hype for what he's worth. He's overrated. He's, I would almost say, irrelevant these days. It's just unhealthy to be watching a number, and I was weighing myself pretty much every morning. It's just unhealthy to watch that number go up and down, and naturally it's going to fluctuate. Of course it's going to fluctuate. Wouldn't suggest it as part of a healthy lifestyle. And the last mistake I made is living for the weekend. Now, this one might be a little bit controversial because some people like the idea of cheat days, like the idea of cheat meals, but personally I just don't find them mentally healthy. So what I would do is, during the week, I'd be really good, right? I'd eat clean foods, meat, veggies, everything that you find on the outskirts of the supermarket. No bad foods. Then the weekend comes, right? And you just go out of control. Like, it's the weekend, it's Saturday, like, let's just have this. Oh, I don't want a vegetable because it's the weekend. Like, it's my cheat day. And you just, like, essentially it was a vicious cycle of binging on the weekends and then restricting throughout the weeks, and then binging on the weekends because you didn't have anything during the week, you were good all week, and then you go on the weekends and you go your hardest on whatever is in front of you. Since I've realized that that is not the healthiest way to go about things physically and mentally, because you're constantly thinking, what am I going to have on Saturday? What am I going to have on Sunday? Instead of just having it there in that moment. So how I've changed this, and this habit took probably the longest to break out of all the other four, out of all five. All the other four were a little bit easier than this one. What I've been doing is incorporating the foods I love into every day. Doesn't matter. If I want some chocolate on a Monday, I'll have chocolate on a Monday. And then that way, having small bits and pieces throughout the week, I don't feel the need to binge when it comes to the weekend. So I hope you found these tips helpful, and that you don't make the mistakes that I have made throughout the years, and that you take something from this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out new videos every Sunday and Thursday. Thanks for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah.